Once I decided to give a legendary animal carcass to a random player in Red Dead Online, and it ended like this, with me fighting against 4 griffers. The story happened a long time ago, but recently I accidentally found this footage and decided to make a video, because it perfectly shows many problems with PvP in Red Dead Online and explains why I stopped playing PvP in this game, especially in a free roam. Anyway, I was doing this challenge where you need to give legendary animal pelt or carcass to a total stranger in Red Dead Online, and most players were really friendly, but one time I met a group of 4 players who were not looking friendly at all. I still decided to give them a carcass of a legendary cougar and got shot. When you got attacked by a group of 4 in Red Dead Online, the most reasonable thing to do is to equip dynamite arrows, you know, to even the odds, but then I thought that maybe they attacked me by mistake. So I went back planning to take my legendary cougar and go search for some other player, for a typical friendly Red Dead Online player who will be glad to receive a gift from a stranger. Because yes, there are griefers and cheaters and toxic players, but overall Red Dead Online's community is one of the friendliest I've ever seen. There are a lot of nice and helpful players, but this video is not about them. Anyway, I picked up a legendary cougar and tried to continue my journey. They were acting weird and even a little aggressive, shooting in the air, scaring my horse, yet overall it looked like they really killed me by mistake the first time. But for some reason they decided to start shooting again and killed my horse, which is a really trash thing to do in Red Dead Online. I mean, it has the same vibes, so don't do it. Don't kill other players' horses in Red Dead Online first. You will just make it personal. Anyway, then they killed me, and so the first fight begins. And you immediately can see my first mistake. I forgot to change ability card setup. I mean, painted black is good, winning streak is fine, despite it was weaker back then, but comeback stronger and cold-blooded are definitely not gonna help me. By the way, I'm sorry for FPS drops during this first fight. Back then I had not the best PC, which was not able to handle recording a video and a fight in Red Dead Online with a lot of explosions at the same time. And yes, there will be a lot of explosions, because as I've already mentioned, when I'm fighting alone against multiple griffers, I don't mind using the most overpowered weapon in this game, which is an improved bow and a dynamite arrow, plus painted black obviously. It's especially strong on PC because it's really easy to mark enemies with painted black when you're using mouse in the keyboard. And it's one of the problems of PvP in Red Dead Online. Rockstar never cared about balance. And this is only the first example, later you will see another one. But this combination of extreme power of dynamite arrow and enormous painted black range of improved bow was completely unbalanced from the very beginning and still is. And by the way, now I'm using incendiary ammo for a shotgun, which in my opinion, just like explosive ammo, is not really unbalanced, but still, I saw so many situations when some griefer was attacking, then using all dynamite arrows, all explosive ammo that he has, and then just running away or parlaying with you. And yes, at this point it might look like I'm fighting a group of low levels, but as you will see later, at least few of them are high levels. And actually, from my experience, usually in Red Dead Online, griefers either have an extremely low level, like under level 10, or really high level, 200 plus. By the way, as you can see, this one is using dynamite arrows as well, so he's definitely not a low level. By the way, let's watch this interesting moment one more time. I don't think that level 2 health tonic can protect you from dynamite arrow, especially since I forgot to change ability card setup, but I think that time he just hit my arm or leg, that's why I was still alive. But not for long, they finally killed me. Anyway, after changing ability card setup and drinking a tonic, I decided to go back and search for my legendary animal carcass. Carcass disappeared, but griffers were there. And it was not really a big surprise, but again they decided to attack me. And again it's low levels who did it. I actually quite often see such type of behavior from complete beginners in Red Dead Online. It's like some new players don't understand that it's not GTA Online and it's not okay to shoot any player that you see. But anyway, these guys killed me again for some reason when I was not trying to fight at all, and it leads us to the second fight, which shows us even more significant problems with Red Dead Online's PvP in a free roam. This time I was ready. I had an ability card PvP setup, painted black, plus sharpshooter, plus fool me once, and pick condition to make sure that I will be killing enemies with one shot using carcass rifle. Unfortunately, I forgot to clean my carcass rifle rifle, but as you will see later, it's not gonna be a problem. Anyway, since I'm using a sniper rifle, I decided to keep the distance. I don't want to die from some random headshot. Actually, I'm not quite sure why I'm not using a tonic, but anyway, revenge begins. I still remember how they killed my horse, so when one of them is getting closer, I'm killing his horse and then killing him as well. By the way, now you are about to see another example of how unbalanced weapons are in Red Dead Online. Because carcass rifle is just way too strong. For PvP, for PvE, on console, on PC, everywhere. As long as you can keep the distance with your enemies, you will destroy them with carcass. And again, Rockstar never cared to balance it. But you know what, it's not the biggest problem with Red Dead Online's PvP. You know what, I'm watching this recording now and I have no idea why I'm not drinking tonics. Anyway, killing their horse one more time, and I'm doing it on purpose. And apparently I finally saw my health bar and decided to drink a tonic. I guess it's better late than never. But we continue. As long as they will spawn on that side of the bridge, they have no chances at all. Especially since only two of them are using tonics apparently. Because without health tonic, carcass kills with a one shot. And actually one of them decided to flank me, which is a good decision probably. But you know what would be a much better decision? Do not attack players who try to give you legendary animal carcass. Anyway, then something weird happened. Two players appeared next to me, and I immediately thought that they called for reinforcements. Because again, it's a situation that happened really often to me. I was fighting one or even two players, and at some point their friends were joining and also starting to fight me. And you know what? It's because griefers don't care about fair fights in Red Dead Online. Some of them do, but most care only about killing innocent players and trolling them. If they are losing, they will call friends. If they will continue losing, they will start using bugs, glitches, modded controllers on console or cheats on PC. And if they will somehow lose anyway, they will just DDoS you and crash your game on PC with help of cheats. I'm not saying that all players who enjoys PvP in a free roam in Red Dead Online are like that, but there are a lot of such unfair players in Red Dead Online and Rockstar does nothing about them. So unfortunately, free roam PvP in Red Dead Online is just a game in which you cannot win. Anyway, it appeared that these two players are not reinforcement. It's the same players I was fighting. One of them probably left the game and then rejoined, and the second one, I guess, respawned next to me. Anyway, the leader decided to parley with me, which is probably the smartest choice when you fight 4 versus 1, but the fight was not over, because in just a few seconds my game crashed, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but again, on PC this happened many times to me. And as you can see, at the end they won, but definitely it's just a skill issue, as I'm pretty sure right now many griefers are typing in the comments. By the way, if you don't want to have any skill issues in Red Dead Online, I suggest you to go and watch the video about 100 not obvious tips for this game that you can see on your screen right now. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.